Is everybody here? Yeah? Okay. All right. So I just want to give I think like for this class, because you guys are all professional actors and you're working in the business, and maybe it doesn't apply to you, but hopefully all my lessons apply. Like even when I was thinking about this, I was like, oh, this applies to me as well in certain areas. I'll call this a tale of two actors because it's a metaphorical story, but it's a real story that occurred between two actors who I had gotten an audition for something. But I want to just say that the metaphorical part is the most important part, which is, to me, all the years I've worked with actors, is trying to just keep remembering that you don't have to have everything perfect. In fact, it's just the opposite. Your imperfect offering is the most perfect offering you can ever give, which is, that doesn't mean you're not prepared. That doesn't mean you don't show up. That doesn't mean you don't try. That doesn't mean you don't have your ducks in a row as best you can in being professional, but then you let it be what it wants to be. You let it go. You have fun. You play. And I think sometimes in the journey we overthink where we are based on where we think we should be. So we use these measuring sticks that are usually, I think, self-prescribed, and I think you're not oftentimes your best ally. Sometimes you're your worst enemy. And so you overthink, like, I need to have more credits, or I need to be with a better agent, or I had to have more experience, or I don't have a guest star yet, or I have 10 guest stars, but I haven't been a series leader. I don't know. Like, those are just random examples, right? And so then we start second guessing the very thing that we have to offer, which is just trusting yourself, bringing your own unique, weird, beautiful, flawed self to the material, even if it doesn't end in you booking the job. That's not really what it's about, because it's so numbers. And so I think we get in the way of that process, because it's all process and it's all learning all the time. So here's the real kicker. So this casting director reached out because they were looking for the lead in a show. I think it's an Amazon show, I don't remember, but the lead in a show, and they were looking for a very specific type, somebody bilingual and a certain age. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't really have maybe what they were looking for, but I had a couple guys. And one guy just started at this school. He's only been here for like 4 weeks, right? And so I was like, okay, they sent me the material, and I reached out to this one guy and I was like, put yourself down on tape, and then the other guy, same thing, okay? So the first guy, who shall remain nameless, I'm not gonna name any of them, he put down his tape, and like I said, he's very new to acting, and he's only been at the school for a hot minute. And when I saw his tape, I was like, okay, I can't put this forward because he's just not there yet. But what was amazing is of course, and I have to always be radically honest with actors, right? Because in the big scheme of things, we've all been there. When I went back and looked at my early acting, I was like, oh God, I had no business really maybe being where I thought I was in my head. You know what I mean? But it was all part of the learning process I had to be on. But anyway, so I had a really great conversation with him, and he's like, it's great. I'm learning and I'm growing and I appreciate the opportunity. And he did his work. He showed up and he tried his best. That's how we keep learning and growing, progressing and evolving. So, bravo. And I just talked to him just when we were coming in, and he's like, I'm so excited to see what comes next. And that's how it is, right? This other guy, I emailed him, and then he emailed me back that he got the sides, and then he ghosted me. So here's the thing. Maybe his dog ate the homework. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm always trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something happened and he just was not able to put up the self-tape, even though he had 2 weeks. But regardless, wait, I didn't mean that as a joke, but he had a long time to do it. Because no, they really did. But here's the thing, God bless, I'm sure everything is fine. I hope so. I hope nobody in his family has COVID or anything like that. But my point is even at the very least, to reach, it's show business. It's show business. So he could have just said, you know what, this isn't for me, or I don't have the time, or I'm not ready. Any of those responses are a more honest way in to try to also maybe figure out if that's the truth, or maybe he's overthinking it. See what I'm saying? So then I started thinking about the nature of sabotage, which I'm not going to lecture on today, but then I started thinking about that's even too strong of a word, because how can we sabotage something? Sabotage suggests that we are getting in the way of something that if it's not ours to get, it's not meant for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Also, the whole idea of sabotage also to me suggests ownership. We don't own anything anyway in an ephemeral, transitory existence. Nothing is yours or mine, a relative state. And so that whole idea maybe we should do a lecture on. But it just made me realize you don't have to have everything figured out to like offer up your offering. Your offering is you. And so I just think that's the real message is when you have an opportunity, just do the best you can. Try, show up, do the best you can. And then from that, even if it's a big hot mess, you will learn. Because learning is what evolves us to the next ascended stage, right? So, okay, I hope that helps. The tale of two actors. All right.